Well, hiya, BookTube. Bill Ruttenberg here with the Ruttenberg Library. I wanted to come to you with a pretty small book haul. I'm going to call this my St. Patrick's Day book haul. So this whole week we are on spring break. So maybe it should be my spring break book haul. There we go. My spring break book haul. We are on spring break here at school. And so I've got a week off. And my wife and I decided to take my daughter to the ice capades. She absolutely is head over heels for Minnie Mouse and loves anything Disney, Minnie, Mickey, Goofy, Daisy, all of them. We watch way too much Disney in my house, but anyway, she absolutely loves them. So we went to the ice capades in Omaha, and while we were out and about, I did stop at a Barnes and Noble. And by the way, I've officially killed my book buying ban. I couldn't do it. I tried. I got quite a few done, but sorry, I couldn't do it. So anyway, this is like the official. I mean, I had purchased a couple here and there at used shops, but this is my official. I'm done with the book buying ban. So I picked up 3 books at Barnes and Noble, and I wanted to share them with you. I'm pretty excited about them. The 2 of them have been on my checklist of books I want to get, and the third one I found, and I was like, yes, I do need that. And so let me show you that third one first. It's a John Steinbeck book, The Moon is Down, and pretty neat cover. Looking forward to this. It's a World War II book. Let me read the back to you. So, occupied by enemy troops, a small, peaceable town comes face to face with evil imposed from the outside and betrayal born within a close-knit community. So, originally published at the zenith of Nazi Germany's power, this masterful fable uncovers profound, often unsettling truths about war and about human nature. Steinbeck's self-described celebration of the durability of democracy had an extraordinary impact as Allied propaganda in Nazi-occupied Europe. Despite Axis efforts to suppress it in fascist Italy, mere possession of the book was punishable by death. The Moon is Down was secretly translated into French, Norwegian, Danish, Dutch, Swedish, German, Italian, and Russian. Hundreds of thousands of copies circulated throughout Europe, making it by far the most popular piece of propaganda under the occupation. Few literary works of our time have demonstrated so triumphantly the power of ideas in the face of cold steel and brute force. And this was the winner of the Nobel Prize in Literature. And I didn't know that till I got home. I didn't see that. And it's got an introduction by Donald V. Coers. This is a Penguin Classics. Pretty small book, but Steinbeck writes a lot of shorter stories, and I like them. I love them. So it's got 112 pages. Comes with a little checklist. I'm going to make sure I pay attention to that checklist because I've been wanting to get my collection of Steinbeck stuff up to par because I just like his stuff. But it was originally written in 1942, and this copy looks like a 1995, I think. Yeah, 1995 was printing by Penguin Classics. So real excited about that, the Black Spine. And I don't have a ton of Black Spine books, but I'm glad to add this one. And I absolutely love the feel of these books. They're floppy enough that you don't have to worry about breaking anything. Flexible and just about the right size of font. So anyway, not to go too much on about that, but I'm looking forward to that. I love Steinbeck, so that was a good pickup. The next one is by Nick Lloyd, World War I historian, and this is his book, The Western Front, A History of the Great War, 1914 to 1918. And earlier in the year, or not this year, maybe it was the end of last year, I read The Eastern Front and enjoyed it. I need to get a copy of it, but I was at Barnes & Noble. They only had the hardback of The Eastern Front, and I wasn't going to pay that price. But they had the paperback here of The Western Front, and the price was a lot easier on my pocketbook. But it's a decent size book. Goes with my World War I stuff that I've been reading a lot of in the last year or two. Page 657 pages are in it. And this book, let's see, 2021 is when it was published, first published in the UK by Viking. This one is, let's see, W.W. Norton and Company, Liverite Publishing, a division of W.W. Norton and Company. So looking forward to this. It's exactly what it says, you know, history of the Western Front. So in this epic narrative of history, acclaimed military historian Nick Lloyd captures the horrific fighting on the Western Front, beginning in the surprise German invasion of Belgium in August of 1914 and taking us to the armistice of November 1918. Drawing on French, British, German, and American sources, he weaves a kaleidoscopic chronicle of the Marne, Passchendaele, Meuse-Argonne, and other critical battles which reverberated across Europe in the wider war. Far from a site of attrition and stalemate, the Western Front was a dynamic cauldron of war defined by extraordinary scientific and tactical innovation. Brimming with vivid detail and insight, the Western Front is an authoritative portrait of modern warfare and its far-reaching human historical consequences. Now, I will agree, we had lots of innovation in World War I, but he's going to have to convince me about the tactical innovation, because there was a lot of stupidity in World War I, where they were still trying to fight like it was the 1800s, but they had 1900s technology. So he's going to have to do some convincing to get me on that. But I am definitely there for the ride. I'm looking forward to that. I enjoyed his one on the Eastern Front, so I'm guessing I'll enjoy the Western Front. And then the last one of these three is by Mary Beard. And I had started this earlier in the year for first quarter of Historathon 2025. SPQR, A History of Ancient Rome. I was thoroughly enjoying it. I just had too many books going, so I got it from the library and I wasn't reading big enough chunks at a time. And so with March starting to piddle away, we're almost done. We only got a couple weeks left. I really need to get going on this. And so I'm going to start trying to read, at least for this week with my break from school, I'm going to read at least a chapter, if not 2 chapters a day. The chapters are a little bit longer, but I got time to do it. So SPQR, pretty famous book on Roman history by Mary Beard. And it is, let me get you some page numbers and stuff so you know a little bit about it. Most of you are probably familiar with it, but just in case you aren't, 606 pages, so it's got some heft to it. And it is from Liverite Publishing Corporation, division of W.W. Norton and Company, same as that other book. And this was published in 2015. And again, I got the paperback version because I didn't want to pay the price for the hardback. But it says, in SPQR, an instant classic, Mary Beard narrates the history of Rome, and with passion and without technical jargon, and demonstrates how a slightly shabby Iron Age village rose to become the undisputed hegemon of the Mediterranean. Hailed by critics as animating the grand sweep and the intimate details that bring the distant past vividly to life in a way that makes your hair stand on end, and spanning nearly 1,000 years of history, the highly informative, highly readable work not only examines how we think of ancient Rome, but challenges the comfortable historical perspectives that have existed for centuries. With its nuanced attention to class, democratic struggles, and the lives of entire groups of people omitted from the historical narrative for centuries, SPQR will shape our view of Roman history for decades to come. So again, looking forward to that. Picture of our author there. There's Mary Beard. It's a pretty easy read. She's got a unique writing style that is easy to follow. the flow of it, it moves along pretty quickly. I've enjoyed it so far, but I'm only, what am I, 130 pages? Isn't that what it was? Yeah, 130 pages in, but I'm well on my way. I'm gonna get that one knocked out. So anyway, BookTube, what new books have you been able to get? Anything unique? Anything special? Let me know in the comments section. Let me know if you've read any of these three, if you like them, if you don't like them, and why. So thank you for watching. Appreciate you spending some time at the channel. And until next time, BookTube, happy reading.